Hey, welcome back to the F&B Railroad. And those of you that are new, glad to have you along. My name is David. And in this episode, which is episode 52, I am going back under the layout to hook up my switchboard to my turnouts on the layout. And, you know, wiring has to be done. Wiring is a critical part of a layout. And it's necessary for all the things that we have. Lighting, switches, power to the track, any accessory things that we want to do. It's all necessary and it's all not seen. It's all under the layout. And we all try and keep it as neat as possible. I mean, some of us have done very good, like Chicago Crossing. His wiring looks amazing. But some of us are just a mess. And right now, mine looks like it's a mess. You know, wiring, I don't mind doing it. It's not that bad. The only thing about it is my back really doesn't like it because I'm hunched over underneath the layout trying to do things. So without going on any further, let's get into this. So here we are. Here's the control panel, all mounted to the layout. And off to the side of the control panel is my switch for the power source. The computer power source gives me my 12 volts to run all my switches. You can see it's just an aluminum plate that I painted my layout schematic on, and then I mounted it with wood to the layout. Eventually I'll probably take this off and finish with the fascia and let that run behind it and then along the rest of the layout there. But that's what the control panel is looking like right now, and the next thing to do is to get under the layout and hook up all these wires that are hanging down. So this is the back side of my control panel, and as you can see, all my switches are in there and all my wires are hanging down, except for a couple that I have gotten hooked up, and then we have the wires that are feeding in to the switch and the two LEDs. So yeah, the underside of the layout is definitely a mess. Wires everywhere. But we're working on hooking these wires up to the block for each switch so I can throw the switches. Alright, so here we are under the layout. I got a tortoise switch machine with its pigtail here, and it's not quite long enough to reach the connecting block I have up here against the wood frame of the layout, so I gotta extend it. So let me do what I gotta do. Now that's the way it's supposed to go. But anyways, so that's that. I've got to come through this hole here. Now the wire I'm using is a stranded wire. Let's see, what is it? It's a 22 gauge 2-wire, red and black, stranded. So in order to use it to hook up to the connecting block, I strip the ends, obviously, and then I tin them, which gives me the ability to shape it into whatever shape I want, but yet the rest of the wire stays flexible because it's all stranded. So those wires are tinned, and then this switch machine right here, I gotta tin these wires. Alright, those are tinned. And then this one. This one comes from the switch. So what I'm wiring up right now is my reverse loop. So we got the one from the switch, which is right here. And then we got one from one turnout and one from the other turnout. So I'm gonna have both turnouts work at the same time when I flip it. So they'll both align for one way or they'll both align for the other way. Okay, with everybody tinned, I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see me hook up the wires. There we go. So we're going to use these two right here. So I start with the wire from my switch. We're gonna go with the two turnouts. Hey, you son of a sea biscuit. Alright, I dropped that screw and I don't know where it landed. So we'll steal one. I'll find it, I'm sure, when I'm not looking. But for now, another little hook and another little hook. All right, those are now connected. So with those connected, we'll turn on the layout. As you can see, we have a blue light indicating the power source is ready. Turn on, we have a green light, means the power source is good to go. We have this switch right here, which is for my reverse loop. Alright, that went the opposite way of what I wanted. Okay, that one's straight through when it should be reversing. And this one, right there, that should be on the reverse loop and it's not. So that one's going straight through. So I gotta swap those wires. Gotta go back under the layout and swap them opposite. So put the red on the black and the black on the red. Give me a minute. So here's the switch for the runaround and the main line. And if I flip my switch to the runaround, because right now you can see it's pointed straight through for the main line, it switches. Now let's go check the one on the other end of the runaround and see which position that one's in. And that one too is set for the runaround. So if I go back to the main line, we see that switches to go straight through. So that is now working. So now the next thing that I'll have to do is, you can see these wires that are sticking up. These are all placement holders for my drop downs for my feeders. And I gotta go and put all of these in and hook them up underneath the layout. So hopefully by the next time I do another video, everything will be hooked up and we can run a train onto the industrial area. Alright, that's the end of the episode. We saw the wiring that I was doing. Not that you could see much, my hands were in the way, but we got the wires hooked up. They were wrong, had to swap them around, but we got them right. And I still haven't found that screw. I don't know where it went. One of these days I'll find it. But thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know, if you could subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share it with your friends. It's all good. So until next time, keep on modeling.